something's out of from where I had it. So like if I crash and I see that I had to add attitude trim, I know that something's not right. So what I do, I fly my helicopter, I'll hover it in stability. If it's going to the right a little bit, or kind of drifting to the right or left, and also this is not going to affect the stability or calibration on in the stunt mode for 3D flying with stability off. This is only for stability. Calibrating the ESC is only for stability. So what I'll do is, if my helicopter's drifting to the left, right, whatever, forward or back, I'll put something beneath the skid, or as I hover, and I'm hovering very low to the ground with the skid touching the ground, and I see the position of where the helicopter's, you know, the attitude, or how much is leaned over to keep it in that straight, solid hover in the air without it drifting. So you'll see the skids lifted the right amount, and I'll kind of eyeball that. And when I come to calibrate it, I'll hold it. I'll put something underneath the skids in the right spot, and then now your swash plate. When you're in stability, you'll normally see it tilted to the left or right, depending on how you calibrated it. It's normally going to be to the left. It's going to be tilted to the left, and I'm not sure, right, whatever it is. You're gonna. That's normal. That's because it knows that it's gonna tilt one way, so it's gonna try to compensate for all that and prevent tip over. So when you take off, this thing's gonna fly really nice, man. It's gonna hover perfect. It won't drift anywhere. Only thing, keep one thing in mind: anytime you do fly in stability mode, and it's a cold day or very hot day, especially cold days, make sure your fly barless unit acclimates to the outside temp. Otherwise, if you fly in stunt 2 or without stability mode active, and then you snap back to stability mode, it loses the level, what was considered level, and it will just fly sideways and or whatever, and you're like, shit, what do I do now? And it's getting away from you, and sometimes it's so bad that you can't, you know, it ends up in a crash or whatever. Or just flip back into idle up 2 and correct it. So I have 0 trims for that, but if you don't want to do all that, you just want to calibrate it, you go to stability, go to envelope. If it's drifting forward, you go to your attitude trim, and for your pitch, you'll add some or remove some. Removing is going to make it tilt back, and it's going to make it fly backwards. Adding some is going to make it fly forward. That's going to go same thing for roll. Adding is going to make it go to the right. Going negative is going to make it go to the left. So that's your trim within the fly barless unit for stability only. So if you don't want to have these values, it's prompted at, I believe, 400 something, 300 out of stock, but I always zero them out. That way when I crash, if I see the helicopter's drifting, I know something's wrong. If I had to add, I kind of see how much I had to add to correct it, and then I just recalibrate. But yeah, so that's that. You can also calibrate your sensor here in system setup. Calibrate sensor or factory reset. That'll just essentially erase everything you just did. Now you can connect your servos, make sure everything goes the right way. Now that the correct frequency is set, now you can start adjusting and make sure everything's, you know, moving the way it should. So there you have it, man. This is your the setup, and if you have a smart ESC, I have a 120 amp Avion 12S. Just go to telemetry and go auto configure. It should configure when you bind, but if it doesn't, that's what you have to do. It'll show you your smart battery life percentage, And then just make sure when you set everything up that you have 0 on your aileron, elevator, and rudder. That way nothing's being thrown out of whack. Sometimes your gimbals wear out and it might just stay -5, but it'll display on the main screen 0. So keep that in mind. For 6S, I have my throttle curve on normal, 80, and then the rest 100. With this setup, with the 120, I'm able to run 2200 RPM easy. I've never overheated it, no thermal shutdowns or anything like that. Good setup with the 120 amp Avion 12S. I just damaged all my 12S batteries. They're all, I need to upgrade my packs, get some new ones. So yeah, man, I hope you guys, this was an informative video, because I know it can get tough and kind of weird on. Actually, before I end the video, I did not show you guys the PIDs, and here they are. So go to swash plate, go to roll. Oh, so agility is gonna be the how robotic the helicopter is. So how agile it kind of is in the air, how precise it's gonna be. The lower you go, the closer it feels like to a flyboard helicopter. The higher you go, the more robotic it feels. I go 80. So my rolls per second, I have 280. That's just how fast you want the helicopter to move from center. How fast the servos are going to move. So for hold, it's 50-57 derivative for my PIDs. Then we have normal 50-57, and I believe I have it the same for the rest of the way. This might be the stock setting. It's perfect for the 700. And then for your when you're running the high RPMs, just knock down like 10 on your idle up 2, and then 5 on your idle up 1, and knock down another 5 on the normal. You have more mechanical advantage. There's less stability required from the flybarless unit. The helicopter becomes more stable as the head speed increases. And for the pitch, I have 50-50-14. My degrees per second are 280 as well. And it's the same. P and I are 50 and 50. Hold is 65-85. Which is actually, I think, what's stock on all of them when you get it. Just copy what I have and you should be fine. My tail, I have 550 per second. I'm gonna bump that up to 600. I like it a little faster. Start stop 15, both. Proportional for hold is 40. Integral is 48, derivative is 10. For normal, proportional is 80, integral 90, derivative 10. Once again, 80, 90, 10. Proportional is 60, 70, 10. It works fine for 6S. Here, I'm going to show you guys something. Oh, I didn't do it. Well, it works fine for the 6S setup. Either way, I'm not doing any crazy maneuvers. But the PIDs I showed right now are for my 12S setup, and that's where I was flying it really nice. It was handling and performing very well. So hope you guys found this useful, and hey man, this is a video that you asked for, and I hope it helps you out. If you have any questions, just leave some comments down below, and anyone that wants to subscribe, please do so. And that way I can keep posting and feel motivated to do more videos. But yeah, thank you guys. Bye.